Sawete, capitulum vigesimum tertium, chapter 23. And I make a mistake at the beginning of the last chapter, capitulum alterum et vigesimum, chapter 22. So I hope y'all catch those little Easter eggs correct. Chapter 23, Epistula magistri, the letter of the teacher. Let's begin. Iulius, qui canem latrare audivit, janitorum autorium intratem interrogat, quis advenit. Julius, who heard the barking dog, the bark of the dog, asks the janitor as he enters the atrium, who arrived. Tabellarius advenit Tusculo. The mailman arrived from Tusculum. Ecce epistula quam illic ad te tulit. Look, the letter that was brought to you from there, illic. Think that's new. Tulit, I think that's just a new way saying brought, right? Hoc dicens janitor, epistulam domino suo tradit. Saying this, the janitor hands over the letter to his master. Tradit, not the way of saying bringing or trade, right? We see the word trade in that. Quid nam hoc est? Quis nam tusculo epistulam ad me misit? Say, what the heck? Or why in the world? In the clean version. Why in the world is this? Who in the world brought me a letter from Tusculum? Brought a letter to me from Tusculum. Nescio, I don't know. Tatum scio epistulam Tusculo missa et ad tabellario ad te latam esse. He said, I only know tatum scio epistulam Tusculo, the letter from Tusculum, missam is brought, et a tabellario, and from the mailman, ad te, to you. Latam esse is just saying brought. He said brought 2 times. He said missam and he said latam esse. I only know that I brought the letter. The letter came from Tusculum and was brought to you by the mailman. Non opus est idem bis discere. It's not necessary, non opus, to say the same, discere, to say idem, the same, bis, twice. Not necessary to say the same thing twice. Ego e quod simil dictum est bene intelligo. Bene intelligo, I understand well. Ego e quod simil dictum, that which was said once. Recede hic ad canem tuum. Go back, go away from here. Recede hic, go away from here. Ad canem tuum, to your dog. Servus. Sic Julius janitorem dimitit. Thus Julius dismisses the janitor. Go back to your dog, boy. Recede. Dominus cerum aspiciens signum magistri cognoscit. The master, looking at the wax, ceram, cognoscit recognizes signum magistri, the seal of the teacher, as any in Paraguay ellos amago, which is a small picture of us. Et missa est inquit, and it says, es sent missa est a magistro Diodoro, by the teacher Diodorus. Nolo has literas legere. I don't want to read this later. Nam certe magister poscit pecuniam quam e debio, for I'm certain that the teacher is asking for the money that I owe to him. Duorum mensium mercedem magistro debio. I owe the teacher 2 months' pay, or 2 months' wage, mercedem. At fortasse epistula alias res continent, but Emilia Dickie says, but perhaps fortasse, a new word, you can see this a lot in Latin, maybe, or perhaps, but perhaps the letter epistula contains, that's new, but you can probably see contain in that, really, right? Alias reis, other things. Quisquit, who knows? Fortasse magister aliquet scripsit de Marco, for you say, perhaps the teacher wrote something else about Marcus, or wrote something about Marcus. Signo integro nemo scit. Without the seal being broken, no one knows. Julius signum rompit et epistulam aperit. Julius breaks the seal and opens the letter. Echea quae in epistula magistri scripta sunt. Behold, or look, that which is written in the letter of the teacher. And Diodorus Julio salutem dicit. And I'm going to stop at the periods, and that's why I see this a long one. Diodorus greets Julius, or saying a greeting to Julius. Discipulus improbus aquae piger est tuus Marcus filius. Your son Marcus is a bad and lazy student. Discipulus. Male recitat foede et prave scribit, computare nullo modo potes, neque unquam recte respondet cum eum interrogavi. He recites badly, male recitat. He writes foede et prave, ugly and incorrectly. Is not able potes in no way nullo modo to compute computare. He does not responded, and neither neque does he not responded recte, correctly. Cum eum interrogari, when I questions him. Filium tuum nihil docere possum, quia ipse nihil discere vult. Your son, filium tuum, possum, is not able docere, to learn, nihil, nothing. Quia ipsa, because himself, wut, does not want. Discere nihil, to learn nothing. He's not able to teach your son nothing because he is not himself is not want to learn nothing. I tell you the part, once you get this far in it, keep it in the Latin while you're reading this would be most sufficient, because in our English we speak a little tightly different, but it's still saying the same things. Nemo magister pei orem discipulum quam docuit vale. And no teacher is able to teach. No teacher can teach such a bad student or worse student. Wale, farewell. Scribebam tusculi calendis unis. I was writing this at Tusculum on the calends of June. Hic dies me monet de pecunia quam mihi debes. On this day, reminds me of the money that you owe to me. I remember in the last 2 chapters ago, when he wrote this letter, he had to add that afterwards. He had this try to seal the letter, but loose lips sink ships. The sign keep talking. Quadere Marcus hodie mercedem secum non tulit. Why has it Marcus tulit? Another way to say bring. Bring mercedem, the pay, secum, with him, hodie, today. And that's new too. Oh no, I don't think we did talk about time. I don't think we talk about hodie, today. You can remember that because it sounds like today with the 2 syllabi, 2 syllables, hodie and today. We got 3 syllables in hodie, but it still give you that sound that similar to we still say today. No, I finish. Merces nunquam mihi traditor ad diem. The pay that is never brought to me on the due date. Iterum vale. Again, farewell. Teacher ain't got no joke. Iterem Marcus, cuius vultus ad nomen magistri colorem mutavit. And pallidus et tremens patrem legentem spectat. I'm about to stop at the comments, but I'll just go over Latin and English. Iterem Marcus, meanwhile Marcus, cuius vultus, whose face mutavit, changed, colorem, colors, ad nomen magistri, at the name of the teacher, or to the name of the teacher. Basically, he already should have noticed later becoming because he been in the class. Where he speak, right? The pallidus et tremens, pale and shaking. Spectat, he sees. Patrem legetam, while his father reading. He turning pale and he's trembling, seeing his father reads. Cor palet puer, why is the boy pale? Palet ob timorem. He's pale because he's afraid. Qui timet, palere solet. He who was afraid is usually pale. Item Amelia vultum iuli severum intuetur. Likewise, Amelia looks or sees the strict severum vultum, and just like this, another ain't facies, but vultus, that's like face, but that's more like expression, and facies is like the physical face. And he using this version because it's like how we speak like that too. We'll say get out my face, when it literally mean to get out of the physical face. When we say that, we'll say vultu, we'll say that instead of facies, face. So we had different words for these expressions in Latin, and that's what he teaching. And it's just like this word too. Just like see, she sees, but she recognizes the expression on the face of Julius. So I just want to explain that. Let's continue. So basically I just want to explain that because that's what he's teaching. So I ain't going to stop too much. Let's do that early. Matter of fact, let me get something to drink. Stop it right here. And again, pull your dictionary out and you look up words. That ain't really important because this book ain't trying to teach vocabulary. You learn vocabulary in other ways, different text stuff when you're reading more vocabulary. But this book teaching grammar, teaching how we structure our sentence. We also learning a lot about these things like item, words like that we always see, don't never change. It be in sentences. So he using those often to embed those into you. But when you get to words like intuitor for the first time, just look it up, pause it. So she said, likewise, Amelia sees the strict face of Julius. Postquam ille epistulam legit usque ad finem uxor eum interrogat, quid scripsit magister. Afterwards, or after that, he reads the letter from the beginning all the way usque ad finem to the end. Uxor, his wife, interrogat eum, asks him, quid scripsit magister, what did the teacher write? Prior epistulae pars de alia rest, in parte posteriore magister memone de pecunia quam ei debeo. At the first or the beginning parts of the letter is about other things, and the last part, the teacher reminds me of the letter that of the money that I owe to him. Pecunia, AE to him. Debio, I owe. We can see the word debit in that. That's clearly I owe. A lot reminds. But they got a word admonio. Which is, this is just a half part of that. To remind somebody or to admonish. That's where we get the word admonish from. Coronan solvis pecuniam quae magistro debetur. Why don't you want to pay the money which you owe to the teacher? Solvis, we talked about that in the last one, I think. That's like freeing somebody, like salvation. But paying a debt is like salvation. You pay your debt, right? So you work in metaphysically, law, all that business. Certe magister, qui filios nostros, tam bene scribere et legere docet, mercedem sua merit. And I try not to get too heavy a voice for Amelia. She said, Certe magister, certainly the teacher, qui filios nostros, who basically our sons teaches docet, teaches so well tam bene scribere, to write, et legere, to read. Teach our sons to read and write, right? Mercedem su a merit. The pay is due, or he is merit, earned, right? His pay is earned. So you see how when I translate that, some of these words I don't need, but I want to put all words in it because I want you to translate every word, and then you can take out unnecessary words to translate in your modern day. But I want you to see what's being said based off what we seen. Se quid nam scriptum est in priori epistulae parte, non e magister Marcum laudat. But what in the world was written in the first part of the letter? Doesn't the teacher praise Marcus? Hac epistula nulla laus continetur. This letter contains no praise. Nec enim puer piger atque e probus laude merit. Neither a praise laude merit is deserved for a praise is not deserved to a boy who's bad and lazy, right? Improber et atque piger. Tu ne putas tehis letteris laudari Marce? Do you think that you are being praised by this letter, Marcus? Marcus vultum aparte avertit, nec ullam verbum respondet. Marcus, let's translate it right now. Marcus turns avertit, his face, vultum apatre, from his father, nec ullam verbum respondet, and neither utters a word, responds a word. At ingenua trementia et vultus pallidus responsum plenum est. And by her shaking knees and his pale face is a clear response, plenum or plain response. Quod pater facile intelligit, which the father easily understands. Saepe silentium est responsum planissimum. Often, saepe, remember those type of words, those words is never change, they always could be in Latin sentences. Often, silence is the clearest response. And remember, this the version we got with EST is this in Latin. With this EST in English, the clearest response. And if they don't got an EST version in English, we say most clear or something like that. Tacente Marco Aemilia inquit, quid fecit Marcus? Dic mihi omnia. Marcus being silent, Aemilia says, what has Marcus done? Tell me all or everything. Marcus prope omnia fecit quae facere de debuit. Marcus nearly did everything that he should not have done, or he shouldn't ought of the debit, right? And you got a debit, that's something you owe, something you ought to do. Your debt. So they're using that just in colloquial speech back then. That's how we lose our financial understanding in these times, because we forget the words. We lose our sense of medicine, health. We lose our sense of our knowledge of legal matters and all kind of different matters, because we dealing with a later version of the old tongue. So haec epistula omnia rem planem facit. This letter makes it plain, basically makes the matter plain, or makes everything plain. You can try to figure out how to put all those words in a sentence, but basically that's what I say. Makes all the things plain. Okay, that makes sense. This letter make all omnem rem, the things, planem, plain. And facit, makes. And these days we'll just say makes everything plain. But I guess you can say every, omni rem is everything. Yeah. O marque iam plane intellego falsese omnia quae nobis narvisti. O Marcus, now everything is clear or plain, that you have everything that you have told to us is made plain. Now we clearly understand that everything you have told to us is false. Falsa. Magister planis verbi scribit, te discipulum improbissimum fuisse, ac fuede et prave scripsisse. The teacher wrote clear words, planis verbis, that you te discipulum improbissimum fuisse, you were of the baddest student. Ac fuede et prave and scripsisse, and wrote, and that you wrote ugly and incorrectly. And Marcus inquit at tabula vobis ostendi, but I showed y'all the tablet. Julius Dicit says, Aspice hac tabula. Look at this tablet. We disne nomen sexti litteris planis in partes superiore inscriptum. Do you see the name of Sextus written plainly on the top part? Tunis soles on omnia alenia inscribere into tabula tua. I try not to laugh too. Say, and do you usually write other people's names in your tablet? Excuse me. Get back. Haec non tua says 60 tabula est. Hoc cine negare audes. This is not yours, but this is the tablet of Sextus. Do you dare deny this? We got the word negare, which we get the word negate from, but we usually say deny in our days instead of negate. Marcus, qui jam non audit mentiri, nihil negat, sed omnia fatetur. Marcus, who nouns, does not dare to lie nor deny, but confesses or admits. Fatetur. That's like you taking your fate. It's fate now. Just give it up. You see? He confesses everything. Recte dicis pater. Facts, Father. Basically, you speak correctly, Father. Tabula sexti es. It is the tabula sextus. Tabula mutavi inter pugnam. I switched the tablets during the fight. Just tell the truth at the beginning. Pugnam, a fight. Amelia Dickey. Quam pugnam naras. What is this fight you talking about? Marcus mihiam naravit. Marcus already told to me, says cum sexto pugnavise, that he had a fight with Sextus. Non tibi satis fuit vestem tuanoam perdere. Was it not enough? Were it not enough for you to dirty up your new clothes? Etiam ne tabulam alienam. And now also you switching tablets? Are you other people's tablets? And they take out a lot of words in this so you can be able to do what you want with this. In our English way, he just say, so this other's tablet. Well, you know what a story is, so you can, you like switching other people's tablets, huh? Say that how you want to say. Tabulam sexti non perdidi pater. The tablet of Sextus is not destroyed, Father. Vide, look. Integra est tabula. The tablet is whole. And that's what I say mathematics. Even in mathematics, we got real like integer, meaning whole. Ad certe pater sexti putabit perdidice tabulam suam. I am certain that the father of Sextus thinks that he destroyed his own tablet. Fortase Sextus a patre suo punietur obhacrem. The father of perhaps the father of Sextus punished him behind this thing because of this matter of obhacrem. Basically, perhaps Sextus, fortaste Sextus, punietur was punished a patre suo by his father, obhacrem, because of this matter. Intelligisne factum tuum dignum esse. Intelligisne factum tuum dignum esse. Do you now understand the shameful of your act, your deed, the shamefulness of your deed? Non te pudet hoc fecisse. Pudet. I think that means shame too. Are you not ashamed of what you have done? Or because of this, are you not ashamed of this? Let's look it up real quick. I already know about indigna. We looked that up in the last chapter, and that was shamefulness. Yeah, shame. So indigna also means shame. So he is trying to trick you in this one. Don't worry about that. As long as we translating it, we know what we're talking about. Worthiness, shameful. So one is shame and one is shameful. So that's why they use two different. So are you not ashamed of this thing? Profecto me pudet hoc a meo filio factum esse. Certainly, I am ashamed of what my son has done. Marcus, qui paluante ob timorem palebat, jam rubet propter pudorem. Marcus, who a little before was pale because of being afraid, is now red because of shame. Puerum pudet facti sui. The boy is ashamed because of his action or what he has done or his deed. Just know that this word means to do. When you see that F-A, you're talking about doing something. So all those words going to be tied to that. So whoever one sound the best. The boy is ashamed because of his deed. Is quem factorum suorum pudet rubere solet. He who is ashamed of what he has done, all his deeds, is usually red. Certe malus puer fui. Certainly, I was a bad boy. Se post hac bonus puer futuro sum. But after this, I will be a good boy. And that's what he's teaching. I don't think, we ain't had this yet. I think he had one word he did in the future tense. And I think that's the word future. But as you can see, the future tense, the word futurus the word future comes from futurus, what's going to be done in the future. So basically, he just say post hoc, after this, but after this, I will be. So all that is, I will be. Bonus puer, a good boy. Semper vobis pariturus sum, nunquam punaturus sum in via, nec unquam in ludo dormiturus sum, hoc vobis promito, pater et mater, mihi credite. Now, I didn't say the whole thing. I'm going to go over them slowly. That's the future tense. See. Semper vobis, I will always, and we already know, this one is, I will obey y'all. I will always obey y'all. Nunquam, I will never. I will never, because we're dealing with the future. Pugna, right? Fight. In via, in the street. And neither will I dormiturus, will I sleep in school. So you see, we still know what the words is, because we've been using this and this earlier in different tenses. Obey, fight, sleep, and that's just the original B version. Just the past. He still with an F. That's the future. So with that FU. So where we at? And neither will I sleep in school. Hoc vobis promito. I promise y'all. This I promise y'all. To y'all. Vobis. Pater mater. Father and mother. Mihi credite. Believe me. And again, it would be crede. But since it's two people, credite. And that's just because it's the y'all version. Marcus se malum puerum fuisse fatetor ac simio promitit. Marcus confesses fatetor that he was a bad boy. Malum puerum fuisse ac simio promitit. And simultaneously, or at the same time, promises promitit, sed post hoc bonum puerum futurum esse, that after this he will be a good boy, semper se parentibus pariturum esse, that he will always obey his parents, nec num quam in via pugnatorum, that he will never fight in the street, nec in voluto dormitorum esse, that he will, remember views in the future, that he will not sleep in school, remember nec, he will not. E quod saepe ante hoc promissit, and that which he often promised before. We got post hoc, after this, ante hoc, before this. We don't usually say before this. We just take out the this. We just say before. He often promised this before. That which he promised often before. Primum. Hope that music ain't too loud, but anyway. Primum faquat promissisti tum tibi credemus. You probably already get that quick. First do. So you see, fac. That's do. First do that what you have promised, and then we will believe you. Yeah, and we still dealing with that word, these words that start with an F, and you're using these a lot because that's one of the most common words you're gonna use. Cause you're using that in English when you make things. When you say words, even make, that's doing something. And when you got words like fiat, let it be, let something happen, a thing, doing a thing, action. Julius non credit Marcum promissum factorum esse. Julius does not believe that he will keep his promise, or he will do what was promised. We say keep, right? Omnia quae promissi factorus sum. All the things that you have, I will do all the things that I've promised. Noli me weberare. Don't beat me. Iam bis weberatus sum a magistro. I was already beaten twice by the teacher. I go start talking like that for Mark. Ergo verbera magistri non sanctus fuerunt. Therefore, the teacher the beating of the teacher was not sufficient, not enough. Did not do enough, right? Inquit Julius, says Julius, perfecto verbera meruisti. Certainly you deserve a whipping. Tum oculos a filio avertens. Then turning his eyes away from his son, inquit, he says, Abi hinc ab oculis meis. Get from here, away from my sight. Or my eyes, but English that thing out. My sight. Duceum in cubiculum eius dawe. Lead him to his room, Davus, acque inclore eum. And also lock him in. Postea fermihi clavam cubiculi. Afterwards bring to me the room key. Postquam Davus puerum ex autrio duxit, Dominus inquit. After that, postquam Daus leads the boy out of the atrium. The master, Dominus Inquit, says, Haec omnia facta sunt. All of this happened, were done, basically have happened. Yeah, have happened. And I reading the rest real quick in my head just to see what I mean. Facta sunt. That's interesting when he put that in the author. All of this have happened quod medus heri domo fugit. Because Medus fled from home yesterday. Ain't gonna blame Medus for fleeing. Runaway slave, huh? And another new word. We had hodie today. Heri is yesterday. And cras is tomorrow. I can't remember if he's gonna get that. Most likely he is. Get to that in this chapter. Because Medus fled from home yesterday. Nec hodie Marcum in ludum et untem et ilinc redeuntem comitare potuit. Because neither today he was able to accompany, comitare, accompany, be a companion. He wasn't able to be, Marcus wasn't able to be accompanied to school and from there, to and from school. You see euntem and red de euntem. That's going to and from, elink from there, returning from there. Oh yeah, he did couldn't find, he did have to do something. We're gonna find out what he did for him and all that in the later chapters. So I like this book. Post hoc Marcum sine comite ambulare non sina. After this, I will not allow non sinam Marcum sine comite, without a companion, ambulare, to walk. I will not allow Marcus to go without a companion, company. Both of those words come from that. Cras, tomorrow. He did get the cras. Daus eon comitabitur. Tomorrow, Daus will accompany him. Iscerte bonus comes erit. He is certainly will be good company. Comments. Anywhere like cross, we get procras. We got procrastinate. Pro is for tomorrow. So you putting out something for tomorrow. Cross. That's how you always remember cross. Procrastinate. That means you're putting out something for procrast tomorrow. Literally. Just don't speak Latin today. You just don't know it. Marco in cubiculum ducto aquae cluso davus redit et inquit. Marcus, who was led to the room and is locked in. Davus returns and says, Marcus inclusus est. Was locked in. Ecce clavis cubiculi. Here, the key to the room. Julius clarem sumit ac surgit. Julius grabs the key and gets up. And let's pause this one more time. Okay. So Julius gets up and picks up the key and gets up. Aemilia, quae putat eum a Marcum ire. Aemilia, who thinks that he is going to Marcus. Ko is Yuli? Inquit, she says. Where are you going, Julius? Marcum ne weberatumis? Are you going to beat Marcus? Remember, is you going? You go. Eat, it, as he, she, or it go. And you're going to always remember that from the signs that we see in English all the time. Exit, that's just a Latin word, two Latin words. Ex means out, eat means he, she, or it goes. And you know, you can, we call it speaking backwards in our times, out go. And flip that around in our times, it's go out. That's what that sign is saying. So you always remember eat as go, he, she, or it. Is the same word, just meaning you go. Are you going? Basically, Jackson, are you going to beat Marcus? And ire, that's to go. That's to go. Ire is the past tense of to go. So Amelia, Marcum apatre webratum ire putat. Amelia thinks putat that Marcus was going ire webratum to be beat apatre by the father. Nole un webrare, don't beat him. Na puto e un post hac in via purgatorum. Not, do you not think that he will not fight in the street after this? Post hac. Neque en luro dormitorum esse, and that he will not sleep in school, or that he will sleep in school. Putasnia mutatum esse istum puerum. Do you think that that son of yours will change, nor have changed? Now in future, that's the past. Do you think that son of yours has already changed? Ego eum nec mutatum esse, nec post hac mutatum ire credo. I don't believe that he has changed, and that he will change post hoc after this, and neither that he will change after this. Remember, credo, I believe, and ire, that he is going mutatum, to change post hoc after this. Quamquam heri a me semel vibratus est, atque hodie bis a magistro. Although yesterday heri he was whooped by me once, and today twice by the teacher. Bis is twice, semel once. Nec verbera patris nec magistri eum meliorum facerum. Neither a weapon by the father, neither nor the teacher of the teacher was able to make him better. Meliorum. Ergo non opus est iterum eum vibrare. Therefore, Amelia Dicit says, therefore it is not necessary to beat him again. Nec laudibus nec veberibus melior fieri potes. Neither being praised nor by weapon, neither by praising nor by weapon is able to make him better. Melior. Noli timere Amelia. Don't fear, Amelia. Marco minque bicolum relinquam. I will leave Marcus in his room. Iam epistulam scripturus sum. Now I will write a letter. Julius dicit, Julius says, se epistulam scripturum esse, that he is going to write a letter. And qui nam scripturus says, who are you writing? Amelia dicit. Amelia says, Julius dicit, Julius says, magistros qui licet. The teacher, obviously. Cras Daus, Marci comes, epistula meam secum ferit. Tomorrow, Daus, or accompanying Marcus, will bring or will carry the letter, my letter, with him. Secum, quae a Marco ipso traditor magistro. For the letter will be handed to the teacher by Marcus himself, a Marco ipso. Tabellarius, qui epistula magistri tradidit, tempus peridit. Si foris responsum meum operitor. The mailman who brought the letter of the teacher is wasting peridit, tempus, his time. Is wasting time. Si foris, if he's outside, operator, waiting, meum responsum, for my response. Dimiteum dawe, dismiss him, Daus. Dic a, tell to him, responsum meum cras a Marco traditum iri. My response will be, I'm going to say my response by Marcus tomorrow. Nonne Marcus simo cum epistula tua mercedem di betam tradet magistro. Amelia dicit. Amelia says, nonne Marcus and Marcus simio cum epistula, together with the letter, epistula tua, together with your letter, will take tradet the pay mercedem debitam that you owe magistro to the teacher. Many may see that would Marcus get his ways from his daddy. He talking that he done beat that man. He trained him though. He said, nah, ego enim plane respondebo. I will respond clearly, plane, me mercedem solvere nole. I is not willing to pay the wage. Quirais, what you say? Non te pude? Are you not ashamed? Paperi magistro mercedem negare? To deny a poor teacher his pay? Quam of rem mercedem debitam, so where non vis. On account of this thing, why won't you pay what you owe? Why won't you pay the wage that you owe? Causam afferior portet. It must be a reason not to give. Magister ipse mihi causam attulit. The teacher himself gave me a reason not to give it. Quona modo, how's that? Quae nam causa lata essa magistro? How the reason was given by the teacher. In his letteris magister ipse fatetor, se filium meum nihil docere posse, ergo mercedem non meruit. He said in this letter of the teacher, and in this letter the teacher himself admits that he is not able to teach my son nothing. That he is able to teach my son nothing. Therefore, his pay is not earned. Pecunia quae merita non est non solvam. Nolo pecunia meam perdere. Money which is not earned, I do not pay. Nolo, I don't want. Perdere, to waste meam pecunia, my money. He act just like us. His son act just like him too. Was reasoning. Epistula sumens Amelia, the letter being picked up by Amelia, in which he says, "It ane scribit magister." So, what did the teacher write? Tum epistula lecta. Then, after the letter being read, inquit Amelia inquit says, "Octe non excusat, nam plane scribit. Marcum ipsum nihil discere vele, et qui nihil discrevut, nihil discre potest." So after reading the letter, she says, this does not excuse you, for it is written plainly that Marcus himself does not want to learn, and he who does not want to learn will not be able to learn nothing. Non modo posse, sed etiam vele oppuses, quod non vis, non potes. Not only willing, but also must necessary to want. Not only able, but also necessary to want. That who don't want to do that which one don't want to do will not be able to do. And again, in Latin, a lot of stuff is said without being said. That's why context of the stories and words in Latin matters, because you ain't gonna put everything. Ain't got no to do in here. Ain't got to learn in here, but we know what she talking about. So he teaching that in this. You take a lot of the fluff and still be able to translate properly. Hold on for a second. Okay. No, I gotta stop one more time. Okay, let's finish up. Julius Redens recte dicis inquit. Julius laughing. He says, "Facts. You speak correctly. Recte dicis. Ego enim pecuniam sovere nolo, ergo sovere non possum." Said, therefore, you speak facts. Amelia, you speak facts. I does not want to pay the money. Therefore, I am not able to pay. Hoc dicens Iulius Epistula magistri scindit. Saying this, Julius rips the letter of the teacher. And that's the end. That's the end of that chapter. I'll see you in the next one. Walete.